Good day to you. I want to speak to you about our life. Our life is like a little lamp. Let's say it's a clay lamp and it has a wick. The length of our life, the strength of our life, and the purpose of our life. That's the wick. Then we fill that with oil. Oil are the supplementary helps, supports, relationships of our life. They are contained in this vessel. We need others who bring their lamp into our life. So in this parable lamp speaking, we need to find friends before we are 43 who will continue to be our friends when we are 53, 63, 73, 83, even 93. And we are reminded that Prince Philip drove his Range Rover SUV so fast when he was 96 years old, it turned turtle. Don't try it, but I just gave you an example how healthy and strong he was. So don't get ready to just wilt away. Get ready with good friendships. Before you pass 43, those friendships that will last with you. So I have had about 10, 15 good friends whom I have known from the age of about 30, 33, and they continue with me to this day. That's just an example of how your lamp is nourished and your clay vessel is supported by others, and then they begin to see the smoke that comes up when things are not right fast enough. Before the smoke beclouds your own understanding, the person will say, what's happening? You don't look normal. Was this normal? Not normal. You look stressed. You get angry for nothing. You are missing out on friendship. They will ask you those serious, true questions when they find in your heart there is something going wrong. So the vessel, the wick, is the strength of God's purpose in your life. I have to bring God into this talk. So let me quote to you Rousseau. In order to discover the rules of society best suited to nations, a superior intelligence beholding all the passions of men without experiencing any of them would be needed. This intelligence would have to be wholly unrelated to our nature, while knowing it through and through, its happiness would have to be independent of us and yet ready to occupy itself with ours. That is how God incarnated, God the Creator came in human form to be close to us, be like us. And lastly, I would have in the march of time to look forward to a distant glory and working in our century to be able to enjoy in the next. So the nether sense that man has, that is from God. Rousseau, who was only a philosopher, he perceived that this is how it is to be able to enjoy in the next. It would take gods to give men laws. There is a man who didn't believe in God. So we have one supreme God who has designed everything very well so that we have a wick that gives us the purpose of our life. So when we are 10 years old, 20 years old, 25 is a critical time, 25 to 33 we establish our field, 33 to 43 we excel in our field, 43 to about 63 we give stewardship to the gift, call, grace, abilities of others, give them space and time. Now research is saying our brain best works when we are between 60 and 70. And it says our brain even improves with balance when we are 70 to 80. And research has proven that world's best companies, best performing companies, have their CEOs are 62 years old. So this idea of throwing out the old and make everything young and so on is not scientific. It may be sociological. Let these old fellows go off. It's not scientific. It's sociological. I am Dr. Lalith Mendis, Director, Colombo Empathic Learning Center, and my last public post was as a government post was as head of Department of Pharmacology in a state medical faculty. I often speak on the screen-brain balance and I have published on it academically and written popularly. But today this talk is about how best you can spend your latter years on earth but how do you lay the foundation in your early years? And this is what Cicero said. I find that it has been the opinion of the wisest men that law is not a product of human thought, nor is it an enactment of people, but something eternal which rules the whole universe by its wisdom in command and prohibition. Thus they have been accustomed to say the law is the primal and ultimate mind of God. This is Cicero. He is also a philosopher, a legal man. So I just quoted it to show you that we need that wick of our life. And when it is burnt and without oil. Oil is the supply of our life in relationships, God's supplying our own moral character that I put to the vessel. The vessel, if it's bleak or broken or cracked, it'll make a sound. It's a clay vessel, my life. The oil is the equipment that relationships and the supply lines we have developed over time from friends, relatives, parents, of course. Then the wick is God's call in our life, God's purpose in our life. In each age and season, it is meant to burn bright. And if it gathers charcoal, some good friend has to, if we are not trimming it, some good friend will have to say, look, you have gathered a lot of charcoal, you are producing more smoke than light. You are producing more heat than light. That someone has to speak to us. So I want to ask you today, whatever age you are, how is the vessel of your life? Are there crackpots? Are there broken places? Are there leaking places? Are there unwanted relationships that's cracking up your character? That shows up in the vessel, not holding the oil that you have been collecting. Oil represents all the supply. And we have a promise. My God is able to supply all you need according to his riches in glory by Christ Jesus. And we have a promise that he is a good shepherd. He anoints our head with oil and he causes our cup to run over, enough for us and for others, and he furnishes our table. That means how much is our influence? Will I be the CEO of a company with 10 people, little enterprise? Or will I be the CEO of a company of 1,000 people? Who will decide that? There is a God, the designer, that puts into you a gift skill. And it's a perfect, good gift. He's the Father of light, James 1:17, in whom we have got the good gift. And life is about working with him, step by step. And he downloads for every season the wisdom you can't have from the world, wisdom which is heavenly. And the scriptures tell us that wisdom is peaceable, that wisdom holds your heart, that wisdom protects you from getting into scrambles and rumbles and scams that will ruin your reputation, ruin your family. So there's wisdom from above. That's what that oil is about. And there's a wick that must go the strength of your life, whether you're 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 or 90. The strength of your life is in the wick God has given, that we keep it clean and well fed with the oil of relationship, heaven's supply, and so on. So remember the lamp, the vessel, that it should not break up. It should last a lifelong with strength, character, God helping. That's the vessel. Then the supply of oil through relationships, how God downloads. Then the wick, the strength of your life, the length of your life, the purpose of your life. Only God can put that there. Even if you accept God or not, he has put the wick of your life, that in every season you will have a burning bright flame that gives light to others, and you get to be known in your field. Then you develop friendships that other vessels, other clay vessels like you, they have developed with you, they have walked with you. In their light, your help. In their strength, your strengthen. And you reciprocally give strength. This is the parable of the lamp. Then some lamps are bigger than yours. Some lamps are smaller than yours. Some lamps are placed higher than yours. Some lamps are placed less than yours. If you agree to a God design, you can function best in the placement God gave you. Yes, it is possible that because some fiber failure, weakness, laziness. You could have had a higher place and a bigger lamp, but now work with it. So the lamp God gave you, your clay vessel, your morality, your life, the supply of oil that comes from relationships and from heaven itself, then the wick, the length and the strength of your life. May you be helped by this example. I'm Dr. Lalith Mendis. If you want any more clips on spirituality, reason and science, or on the digital problem, send me a WhatsApp to +94 74 211 5011. If you need an appointment for your kid or for yourself on digital problems, migraine or any other problem, you can give a call to 077 151 2801. You will get a cost-free consultation. You can bring your kid also and come. Thank you for listening. I am Dr. Lalith Mendis.